Hey y'all, Tom, ND3N here, and welcome to my Radio Shack, right over there, for a Ham Shack chat. After my recent series about Winlink using the FT991A, I received a couple of requests that I follow up with another video using my TS-890. This video will start with setting up your TS-890 for data modes, which are also applicable to other modes such as FT8. And by the way, these same settings can be made if you own a different Kenwood rig, such as the FT990S or TS-590. Then we'll talk about downloading and installing the Winlink Express and VARA HF TNC software, and we'll take a look at how the Winlink system works and define a few terms. Then we'll go into all of the settings you'll need to make on Winlink Express and the VARA HF TNC. I'll also show you how to properly set your ALC levels as advised by the developer of the VARA HF program. From there, we'll move on to sending an email with an attachment, and in this part of the demo, most of it's going to be fast forwarded. So we're going to start by going to our menu, and we're going to start on submenu 6. So we select that, and we're going to go to number 8. That's our TX filter low cut. We're going to do that, and you want to set that down as low as it'll go. In this case, it's 10 Hertz, and we hit the return. Now we're going to go to number 9, which is your high cut. You see I have that set for 3000. Finally, we're going to go down to item 12, and you want this to be the SSB data mode, how you're going to adjust it. So we're going to select this, and you'll see that your choices are high cut and low cut, where you adjust the high shift and low shift, but I like using shift and width. Right now you can see that I have the shift set to 1500 and the width at 3000. We're going to get out of here. So we're going to go to menu item 7, which is our rear connections. We're going to select that. We're going to verify in the standard COM port, the RS-232 COM port in the back. I have that set for 57600, but we're not going to be using that, so don't worry about it. But items 1 and 2, I have my rates at 115/200. You can set that for whatever you want, but you need to make sure that that sets correctly under your device manager on your computer. Look at the ports and make sure that whatever you got are set for correct ports. In this case, my enhanced is going to be port 3 and my standard is going to be port 4. All of these things can change, but you'll need to know that when we go in to start setting up the VARA HF settings. Menu 7, submenu 6, audio input level. I have that set for 25. That is a starting point, and this will help you set your ALC if you need it. You do have another adjustment that you can make that will adjust your ALC. USB output level is in 8, which is right down here. And I have that set for 50. That is for your own listening comfort. And adjust that for wherever you want. Now we're going to get out of our menu, and we're going to go and set the equalizers. The RX equalizer, which is over here, has a setting for flat. Now to get into the RX equalizer, the flat one, I'm going to press and hold. So in my SSB data mode, the receive equalizer flat is right there, and I'm going to press the adjust button, and you'll see that I have everything set to 0, from 0 Hertz up to 3 kilohertz is set to 0. Now we're going to get out of there, and I'm going to go to my TX equalizer, U1. I'm going to press and hold that. User 1, I'm going to adjust, and you'll see that I've set my transmit the same way. Everything is set to 0. Now we'll get out of here, and we're going to set our mode to USB, then come down here and press the data button once. To set the inputs, you'll see I'm in USB data mode. Press and hold that, and you'll see that audio input in the rear. So let's go ahead and move over, and then we will just select that, USB audio. And I have my data box turned off. So now we can get out. We press and hold the data, and we're in USB, and those are the settings on your radio. This will be an overview of the Winlink infrastructure.
PowerPoint is boring.
We start with our rig. Since this video is about setting up your TS-890, that's the picture I'm showing here. However, after we get past the rig, everything else here is a generic discussion and can apply to any HF rig. I do have another video about setting up an FT991A, which I will link in the video description. You'll use your USB connection on your rig to connect to your computer. On your computer, you'll need 2 programs installed. Winlink Express is your email program, and it is very similar to the program you use for your daily emails. The exceptions to this are, due to Part 97 restrictions against using encrypted communications, you will only be able to send non-encrypted plain text messages. You can send to multiple emails, but cannot send BCC, which is a blind carbon copy. Winlink has a built-in TNC called RDOP, A-R-D-O-P. But we'll be using a better, more efficient TNC called VARA HF. As always, links to download these programs are in the video description. Now, if your rig doesn't have a built-in sound card, you'll need an external sound card, and I recommend the Tigertronics SignalLink USB. And again, a link to this is down in the video description. Once your rig, computer, and software are all ready, you can send an email, which will be sent over the air to one of literally hundreds of radio message servers, or RMS. These servers receive your communications over the air and send them over the internet to the common message servers. Recently, there were 5 physical servers, but these have been replaced by 2 Amazon cloud servers that continually back each other up. From here, your email will be sent to the email address that you added in Winlink Express. Emails to you on Winlink will be sent to your Winlink email address, which will be yourcall@winlink.org, and just reverses the flow from here. I'm going to start by going to this website, and I'll put a link down in the video description. Then we're going to come over to this tab and click Downloads. You'll see sysop programs and user programs. You want to click on user programs, and right here at the bottom is your Winlink Express install program. I'm going to assume that you know how to download and install a program. If not, look at some of my previous videos. Once you've downloaded it, you can go to your download folder, and you'll see that I've already done this actually a couple times today. But you're going to get a zip file. Once you unzip it, you're going to get similar looking, but you'll notice it's not a zip file. So we'll open that up. Here's your install program. go through the install process. Once you've installed it, you're going to get this checkerboard icon, and that's your Winlink Express. And I put it down here in my taskbar as well. So I'm going to open it up. And this is what's going to come up. If this is your first time running the program after you've installed it, you're going to come up with a registration screen. That'll automatically pop up. But if you want to come back to it at a later time or just to see what it looks like, this is your registration screen. You're going to want to put in your call sign. You're going to want to make up a password. You're going to want to put in a password recovery email. That will allow you to change your password. It'll send you a link to change your password in the future if you've forgotten it. Or if you just wanted them to send you your password, you can do that too. Now come down here, you want to put in your locator, your grid square. You have the option to purchase a registration key, but you don't need to fill that out. It'll work just fine without it, but I like to reward the people who are actually helping us out. So I always will purchase the registration key. Now, over here, you've got your contact information, and you see I've blocked it out just like I did my email over here. But you're going to put in your name, your address, your phone number, and a non-Winlink email. Down here, you'll find some additional selections that you can set up for your own preferences. This is how I like mine, and most of these are the defaults that come up. You want to update this, and you're going to be registered to work on Winlink. So now we're going to click that checkerboard and open up Winlink Express. So let's create 2 emails. The first one is going to be simple. All right. I'm going to put in my email, so I'm going to be sending this to my account. Give it a subject. We'll just put some words in here. This is a demo of sending a simple email. Once you've got all this set up the way you want to, and this can be as long as you want, you can put multiple emails here if you have a distribution list. You can CC people, but you cannot BCC people. Now we're going to post this to our outbox. You see, here's our outbox. There's the email I just wrote. Now we're going to write a new email. I'm going to show you how to send a picture. So again, my email address, attachment demo. So we're going to click on add, and I'm going to attach from my pictures folder just a simple picture of my keyer. So we're going to open that up. Now we're going to click finished, and you'll see that this picture has been attached right here. And here we go, my keyer. That's all I'm going to say. And once again, we're going to post it to the outbox. This is where you're going to download your VARA HF software. And of course, there will be a link down in the video description. You want to download this top one right here. If they've moved things around a little bit, it'll be the one that says VARA HF. You click there and go through the download and install process. Okay. We're going to open up Winlink Express again by clicking that checkerboard, and you'll see that we still have our 2 emails ready to go. If you want to collect all your emails all at once and then send them as a batch, you can do that. That's part why I did 2 emails here. So we're going to open our session with VARA HF selected here. It's going to come up over here. You'll see it processing through the connection. It's set up for using our TS-890, and this is how I had my session set up. So we're going to go to settings, go to radio setup. You want to put your TS-890 here. You want to be USB digital here. Your radio control port is going to be your enhanced port. And your PTT, you just want to put in TS-890. You don't have to worry about any bauds or anything like that. When you're done, click Update, and you will see that's going to restart. Now we're going to come down to our VARA window and click Settings, and you're going to want to make sure that your TCP ports are the same. This is pretty automatic, so you don't have to worry about that. You're going to put your call sign in here, and if you wish to purchase a registration key, you can put it in here. Once you purchase it, they'll send you a registration key, and you just stick it in there. Again, these people have done a lot of work to keep this going, so I like to reward people who are doing work for me. You do not have to put a registration key in here. However, you will not have full use. You'll have as much as you really need to, but you won't have full use. Close that. We're going to come down here to our settings. Going to go to our sound card settings, and you'll notice that I do have my codecs up here. And now I am set off frequency, so I'm not bothering anybody.
You're bothering me.
But we're going to push this tune button, and that is going to generate a 1500 hertz test tone. So you can hear that in the background, and you'll see that my ALC is way down. So let's start popping this slider up a little bit. Take it up to there. All right. That's actually pretty good. Let me take it one more, see what happens. Now, I'm going to come into my menu, select that, and let's take this down to, say, a 21. And now we can pop this up. And you're going to have to go back and forth between the two. And I'm going to call that good. Really, it says 1/3 ALC, but anywhere between a little under a third to a little under a half. I'm guessing I'm just a hair over 1/3. Don't get too perstickety about it. So now let's go ahead and send these emails. We start by picking a channel. So you can see I've got a lot of channels here, and the ones that seem to work best for me are these W6 IDS. They're located about 60 miles as the crow flies from me. So I do have them saved up here in my favorites, and I'm going to go to the 7061, and I'm going to click that, and now I'm going to go start and see if I can connect. And there's my connection. So this right here, that email, the 10AJ9 and so on, is this message ID right here, my simple text. So I'm sending that right now. And I'll let this one run straight through. Okay, so you see that I've now sent this. I am now sending AK or AYK, and this is going to take a while, so I'm going to go into fast forward mode.
Maybe we should fast forward.
So you see that now we've completed this, completed the send, and it did take a while, probably about 9 minutes because I started the clock a little late. Now let's go see my email. So I'm going to pop open my Google page and get to my Gmail account. And you should see 2 new emails. There we go. Simple test and attachment demo. And if I click this, you'll see there's my picture of my keyer. So I just sent a picture of my keyer. Hopefully you can see the value of this. If you can attach it, you can send it. If you're sending a large file, it's going to take you a long time. This was a 20 kilobyte file, and it took me 9 minutes. Let's go ahead and reply. Look at the simple. Here I said this is a demo of sending a simple email, and I'm just going to go, it works, and send it. So now that is going out over the internet. It's going to end up in the CMS. It is not going to go any further until I connect to an RMS, which is then going to go talk to it. So let's do that now. Close that, and we're still here. I'm going to reconnect to W6 IDS, and I'm going to start.
I drive a Honda, still have dial-up internet.
So right now it's going out, and it's looking to see if there's any email out there. And I am receiving another email. And there it is, C7LQ, SVJ, etc. And that is going to show up here in my inbox when it's completed. This little bar up here shows you how you're progressing in sending. Also right here is this is the total number of bits that it is and how far you've got. Last time I was watching it count up to 20,000 plus. So there we go. I now have in my inbox this one, and it works. In my ever so humble opinion, VARA HF, when compared to RDOP, is faster to connect and exchange data. It's less affected by noise on the bands, and overall, it just seems to be more enjoyable to use. Again, I do recommend purchasing a registration for VARA HF, but the free limited version will do just about everything else that the registered version will do. Once you get it set up and working, feel free to send me an email via Winlink to my Winlink email and let me know how it worked for you. If you enjoyed this video and are going to try VARA HF, please give me a like.
Like me!
If you have questions or more info to share, please make judicious use of that comment section. Please share
We's sharing.
this video with your friends and TS-890S cohorts, and of course Winlink enthusiasts, and especially please share it on social media. And finally, please consider subscribing to this channel.
Just sign up here.
73 until the next Hey Y'all. As always, I'm at your service. I'm Tom, ND3N, and this has been another Ham Shack Chat. And I am out.